Thanks for allowing me to talk a bit about how creating a sense of belonging makes your business better. One of the best parts of my job is connecting with CEOs. And these days, hearing what's on their minds and in their hearts is incredibly encouraging. The talks are most often focused on inclusion and diversity. And yes, we get to that even before we get into discussion on sales and profits. These honest and even uncomfortable conversations about equality signal progress. And from what I can see, the talk is starting to lead to actions, the kind that create better opportunities for more people, especially those shut out by the pandemic. I always like to see evidence that values drive value. Accenture's recent research, Better to Belong, shows that if we create an inclusive environment where everyone feels like they belong every day, we can unlock up to 5 times more human potential. A culture of belonging pays off. It inspires workers to make more meaningful contributions, improve retention, and build stronger bonds with customers. When I think of how companies can rebuild, reskill, and open a new world of opportunities and address inequality all at the same time, I think of apprenticeships. They really are a game changer for millions of people. At Accenture, we've helped more than 1,200 people through our apprentice program and over 1,000 more through our apprentice network. People like Tiffany Spraggins. Tiffany worked as a dispatcher and held other part-time roles till she became one of our apprentices. We helped her get rigorous training in application functionality testing, and now she works for us full-time. So in addition to equipping people with the skills to succeed, and rethinking traditional recruiting is very good for businesses and communities. Partnering with community colleges and universities who make inclusion and diversity a priority is so important. And so is collaborating with organizations that help people find jobs, especially veterans, people with disabilities, and young adults who are at risk and working mothers. It can all lead to creating a more diverse workforce and a more innovative one. It's really been great to see more companies set workforce equality goals, and some, including us at Accenture, publish their progress. Even more important than the numbers are the experiences that businesses are creating for all people. What I'm talking about here is belonging. We can recruit diverse talent, but if we're not changing mindsets and inspiring people to respect one another as equals, we can't get to where we need to be. I like how Cynthia Marshall talks about this. She's the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and she joined a podcast series that I co-host with former NFL player and best-selling author Emmanuel Acho. She said, "We count the numbers a lot, but inclusion is about making the numbers count." Cynthia, by the way, publicly announced that the Mavs will set the inclusion and diversity global standard. In another episode, Jenny Leigh Fleury, Microsoft's Chief Accessibility Officer, explained that referring to somebody as disabled is okay, and that we all need to focus more on the ability, not the dis. She also said that people with disabilities are the biggest untapped source of talent, and that we have to make sure that we are literally opening the doors for them and making the right resources available. One more example. During Accenture's International Women's Day celebration this year, Best Buy's CEO, Corey Berry, gave her recipe for creating a culture of belonging. It includes encouraging inclusive leadership behaviors, such as courage, empathy, vulnerability, and grace. And it helps people feel like they can bring their whole self to work. Now, for me, I feel accountable for the experiences our people have in North America. Nobody should ever have to code switch to be successful at work. And I'm striving to make Accenture look like the communities in which we work and live. And that means creating a culture of belonging, a workplace where everyone feels seen, safe, connected, and courageous. As more leaders shift from optics to outcomes, commit to equality and a sense of belonging in their businesses, gives me hope that we're building momentum in a movement, not just a moment. And if we keep pulling together, we will push forward to a better place.